Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining the closing ceremony for the 2026 Protothon. First of all, we want to thank you all so much for participating and for all of your submissions. Our judges had a really tough time looking through all of the projects because they were all so good. And so we really appreciate all the hard work you've put in these past 2 days. And we're really excited to get to see the winning teams. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I just want to give a big shout out once again to everyone who made this happen, all of our collaborators, especially design buddies. I know we mentioned them in our opening ceremony, but we're really appreciative of everyone who came together to help us put this protothon together this year. We've come a long way since we first started in 2017. This year we had 550 plus participants and 195 submissions, which is a very large number. So thank you so much. Kind of overlooking at all the tracks, we had 21 submissions for the classic track, 35 submissions for the enterprise track, 50 for mental well-being, 58 for travel, so that was our most popular track, and 31 for real estate. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our judges because you really got feedback from the best and brightest designers in UX. So thank you so much to our judges who took out so much time this afternoon to really look through every single project submission. They also left feedback that we'll be sharing with you all. So once again, we're really appreciative of them taking out the time. Again, here's our other half of the judges. We also want to say a special thank you to our mentors as well. We had a mentorship session this morning, Pacific Standard Time, and they took out a lot of time to really give feedback. And I hope you guys found that useful and worthy. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our winners. So for the first track, we have a classic track, which was designing a gym app that builds workout habits with a pet companion. And for this, our judges were Darshil, Yume, and Adam. And our special mention team number one is We Love Brill Lim. And our special mention team number two is UXO Knots. And I'll invite the judges to give a few words on why these were chosen as the special mentions.
Okay, I think the classic track judges unfortunately were not there right now, but I can share their notes on UX Knots. So specifically, what they really liked about UX Knots was the fact that, it was the best project in terms of what one of the judges saw, and they really liked the UI design. And they also felt the presentation was really nice. And overall, it was one of the standard projects and when they were looking at some of the other projects altogether. So those were their notes for UX Knots.
Awesome. Now, in this category, our third place team is Tired Marimo. Do we have a few words on why they were chosen as the third place?
Yeah, so for Tired Marimo, the judges shared that, it was a great take on differentiating the character. The blob that they were using, was pretty cool as compared to just a Pokemon, which was a copyright. Pokemon would have a copyright issue, and there was great storytelling. And what they really also liked about it was the fact that it was already moving towards being different from the other gym apps out there.
Awesome. Great. Our second place team is the Creative Codex.
So for Creative Codex, the judges mentioned again, great storytelling. The Pokemon leveling up is great. And also, what they could also, potentially really liked in it was again the UI design.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and our first place team is Everything Bagel.
So congratulations, everything Bagel. Overall, this was a very strong, thoughtfully designed project. The capybara concept really stood out because it was distinctive, memorable, and visually appealing. There was also a clear level of care in the details, like using oranges to represent the progress bar, which shows a strong sense of cohesion between the visual design and concept. The overall navigation also felt very intuitive, and the onboarding survey was very well done, very easy to follow and approachable for first-time users. as well as one of the judges mentioned that they found the idea of the capybara developing different muscles as the user trains to be very particularly engaging and adds a layer of personality and motivation to the experience. So it was the most standout project as compared to the rest because of the capybara character and how well they developed it, and the different kinds of not animations, the different kinds of illustrations they used for it. So
Awesome.
congratulations again to them.
Yeah, congratulations to everyone in this track. I'll now hand it over to Ria for the next one.
Yes, so now our biggest submission category, travel track. It was to design a trip planner for anxious travelers. We had the most judges reviewing this track. For our first special mention, we would like to give a shout out to Kinda Elite, and I would like to invite a judge to speak a little bit about what you guys liked about this project.
Yeah, I can talk about kind of Elite. I think they did a great job in terms of coming up with really unique features. I think it was really great seeing that you chose a very specific user group and decided to sort of pursue their pain points and come up with really sort of creative ideas in terms of features. So really liked all of the features like the mood pass. And I think it was also, even though you sort of focus on one user, I think those are very sort of scalable ideas. So that's why you are in the special mention list.
Thank you so much. Moving on to the next special mention, we have Siwong 2. Thank you so much for your submission and congratulations. And yeah, if we can have a judge talk about a little bit why this was a special mention.
I can say a few things about it. I think I really like the clean visual hierarchy, which was a really an outlier. A lot of the projects we saw did not have that clean of a visual hierarchy in the project. Um, yeah, so that was the big reason, and it was the flow was laid out well. It was missing a few pieces, but we still thought it deserved a special mention.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Our last special mention is Virgoville. Congratulations. And yeah, again, if a judge wants to talk a little bit about why this was a special mention.
Yeah, I can talk about it. So I think from the notes on this project, everything from research to sort of the final execution was very cohesive, and the storytelling of your presentation was also like done really, really well. So, and I think overall your project sort of showed that you had a really deep understanding of the user pain points, and sort of your problem solving was also very creative and very thoughtful. So yeah, that's why this special mention.
Thank you. All right, moving on to third place winner. Our th third place winner is sleep time less than equal to 8. If I could invite one of the judges to talk about why this won third place.
Yeah, so I looked over this project and this was very interesting. I think this was a very sort of well covered end to end sort of going through the user flow. It was very easy to understand that the team had gone through the whole sort of research process very much in depth. I think your presentation again had very good sort of storytelling, and you sort of really clearly broke down the 5 different problem areas and sort of covered each one of them very nicely. And I think you also sort of thought about, I think you also showed in your presentation how there are some features that you would sort of deprioritize for future implementation, and there are certain things that you're sort of prioritizing right now. So all of that overall, sort of, I think it was very cohesive, very well presented, and very sort of well put together. So yeah, congratulations on third place.
Congratulations. I hope you can get some sleep now. Second place winner is Pretty Little Liars. Congratulations on winning second place.
For this one, I think their project Bound, it really stood out among the rest, just because how they had framed the entire problem. The user journey and thinking through the user journey, the thoughts, the actions the users will take, and the opportunities there really stood out. And I would really encourage everyone to think about the user journey when you are thinking through the problems and the opportunities when creating features. Their UI again was extremely well laid out, great product thinking shown with the future scope laid out. So, congratulations to the team.
Congratulations. And for our first place winner for the travel track, it is the Power Puffs. Congratulations. If I can invite a judge to speak a little bit about this.
This is the takeoff one, right?
Yeah, I can
Yes.
say a little bit
Yeah,
on
go
that.
ahead, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, it was so hard to decide. I just want to say good job, everyone. Every team did an amazing job. This team especially did a great job like solving user problems when traveling with friends and presented fun and creative ways to solve those pain points. I can say all of the judges really enjoyed seeing your project, especially how you found like a fun and creative way to reduce like the decision fatigue of trip planning. We really like the quickly swiping feature and letting them to vote easily on certain activities. And also love the AI generated itinerary feature as well. Overall, really great job. We really loved seeing this project. Congratulations, Team the Park Buffs.
Congratulations to all of the winners for the travel track, and congratulations to everyone who participated in this track, and thank you to our judges for the travel track.
Perfect. So we'll move on to the enterprise track, which is our third track. And for this, we had to design an equipment tracking system for shared inventory. And we had Amol, Augustina, Alice, and Pratik as our judges for this. So going in right into it, our special mention is Wantra. If I can invite a judge to talk about that.
Sure. So I'm going to speak on behalf of Pratik. Overall, this team did a great job with the design. The designs were clean. The presentation was direct and convincing, and the narrative was good as well. And from a completeness perspective, you covered the features from the brief very well. Would have loved to see a little more research, and the scanning flow in the app could be a little better. But overall, you did a great job. So congratulations for winning the special mention Wantra team.
Awesome. Next, we have Cars as our special mention.
Okay. Is this team Equiply/Cars? I just want to
Yes.
make sure. Great. Okay. Well, this team did very, very well in terms of the articulation of the problem. You picked up a very niche space, like a theater department in a university, but you used it very well. And the personas, both from the service provider perspective and the end user perspective, were very well captured. And brownie points for storyboarding, journey mapping, and branding slides. Very few teams did that, so you got points for that. The only thing that you could do better was like extending the solution beyond mobile, because you went with mobile first, but mobile only approach. But the team felt, or the judges felt that handling high volume or large number of assets situation only through mobile could be a little bit of a challenge. So you lost a little bit of points there, but overall you did a great job. So congratulations.
Yes, great work. Okay, next we have our third place team, which is Pixley Quinn.
Um, Congratulations. So your design for the check-in, check-out process is incredibly strong, and we really loved how consistent your branding was and gives a whole system a polished feel. The visual clarity of the inventory list and the reliability indicator for provided was a really solid foundation for user experience. So awesome job.
Thank you so much. Yes, congratulations. Now our second place team is Memoa.dev.
Yes, I think the project name is called Trackify. It's overall very strong entry in terms of the UI is very complete. The user journey are all well considered, and also the pain points are great are all solved properly. Um, the presentation is also very intriguing, and the project is very impressive. One suggestion we have, two, I would say two suggestions. Like one suggestion is like it's very web format, like web oriented, but maybe consider any other like cross platform devices. And another one is the UI could be further polished, but overall it's like a pretty in a pretty good condition. So congrats.
Great, thank you so much. And now our first place team is Team Suju's.
Congrats, team Sujus. Your team has done so much research, and your research-driven process creates a really solid foundation for your work. And we really loved how the file imports and bulk scanning showed such a deep empathy for existing workflows that the users are using. The system feels really holistic and scalable. with a very informative UI and remains a clean and intentional. The damage and overdue logs, it really effectively closes the system loop and provides a wholesome experience for the users. So yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations to all our winners in this track. You guys all did an awesome work.
All right. Now we have our real estate track. This is where we design a platform to match homeowners with interior designers. As for our first special mention, we have the heuristic minds. Congratulations. If I can invite a judge to speak a little bit about this special mention.
Yes, I can speak to this really great design and user journey. I really love the fact that they understood the problem they're trying to solve, and also the branding was good, and the storytelling was also great as well. Yeah, many submission didn't quite collect enough information about users to be able to decide what kind of houses or what kind of designer would be matched to them, but they did a great job at that. So congratulations to you, and best of luck.
Thank you. All right, next special mention, we have Anumeha Gupta. Congratulations. Same thing if I can invite a judge to speak a little bit about this one. If anyone wants.
Maybe
Yeah, I
Priyansh.
can speak to this.
Yeah, okay, go
Um,
ahead.
yeah, so the presentation for this was clear and well structured, and also the user journey was sort of very clear and easy to follow. I think what is really interesting here was sort of the branding and just the simplicity of the design, which makes it because when you're designing a product like this, you could be stuck between lots of complexity, providing users with different options, but the approach trying to simplify the entire user journey was really commendable.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you guys. Moving on to third place. Our third place winner is the designers. Congratulations on winning third place. If I can invite a judge to speak a little bit about this team.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I get the project. Is the project called, what is the project name, please? Sorry.
Let's see.
Cabo.
As designers,
Yes.
I can
Cabo. Yeah, I can speak for Cabo. Yes. Well, this one is like has like strong branding and engaging storytelling. The concepts feel like well thought out, and the onboarding flows is clear, visually appealing, and easy to follow. Um, just a one note, it's for like the next step is to just review the core screens and the identity where the products can offer something different from Behance platform. But overall, it's like really well thought and well designed. Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations. And now our second place winner is Cucumber Girlies, which is Project Moody. If I can invite a judge to speak about this. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yes, congratulations to the team. It was really a tough one deciding second place versus first place. So, really good job to the team. I love the concept of trying to simplify the user journey flow and really collecting as many information as possible from the user. Overall, I think end to end, and you guys did a great job in mapping out the end-to-end user flow and really understanding how you can help your users sort of find the best interior decor within the budget in the right location that can map to the proper or to the right project. So, really good job. Congratulations. I feel this really has a strong prospect and wish you the best as you push this forward.
Thank you so much. Moving on to our first place winner. It is Team Cores or Project Dwello. Congratulations to you guys.
Well, yeah, congratulations to you guys on the Willow. It's like really very strong and well structured presentation you provide there. The storytelling was very engaging. It helped me it make the problem, the user context, and the solution easy to follow. And to be honest, one thing that stand out in this project is not just the presentation, not just the design, but how you communicate your decision making in the fake jam file, where you guys got to collaborate on deciding the feature and do the analysis for the research. It was like really, really impressive work you have done there, and I'm so proud of this one. And congratulations, guys. Yeah, one thing maybe you'd like to do next is to consider designing the edge cases when you are designing user flows, like the error states and the empty states and stuff like this edge cases for each flows you are designing. But overall, like good like was very good job, guys, you have done there. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of the winning teams for this track.
Okay. Moving on to our next one, which was mental well-being and designing an app for sharing human stories globally. Again, this was a huge track that we had, so we have a lot of judges on here. Starting off with our special mention, 404 Found. If I could invite a judge to talk about that, please. Are there any judges from the mental well-being track? If not, can the Dubstep team member in this
I
track?
can speak to this.
Oh,
I think
perfect.
one of our judges nominated this one. I was just trying to check out like which one it is. Um,
Yeah.
so she really loved like the metaphor of using the sails and also ladder in the designs. That's pretty special. And also as some warms to the submission, the designs. So yeah, that's why she really loved this project and nominated as like special mentions. And also the design itself is um well polished. The flow is integrated. So congratulations.
Great. Thank you so much. Next, our next special mention is UX Expedition. If I could have a judge talk about why this was a special mention. If not, can a Dubstep team member just read the judge notes that were left with
Yeah,
us?
so
Sure.
sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So for UX Expedition, the reason why it got a special mention was that the Figma file was very well designed with, first of all, like it was very well organized. And another thing about UX Expedition was that, where it could improve per se was the app could be made actually for all genders and ages, so they could be more inclusive. And maybe including more emojis or images to have user engagement would also be nice. So that was a judge's notes for UX Expedition.
Nice. Great. Moving on, our next special mention is Luna.
For Luna, some of the judges' notes is what worked well was that the idea felt very fresh and refreshing, and the presentation quality was very, very strong overall. Some things that could have been improved is that the slides could have had a clearer walkthrough of the key highlight and features, and the user flow and interactions were a little bit unclear. But yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations. Next, our third place team is Pauline. If I could have a judge talk about this.
So for Paula, I think they show like really high quality of the overall designs, no matter the UX UI wise or like the DAX, the storytelling, like everything is actually the first place among all of the designs we have had in the track. But one suggestion is that the feature-wise and product strategy-wise, the outcome is kind of like what we can expect. So we think it would be better if there is like anything more innovative, but overall the quality is really high. And yeah, we just had a hard time deciding like which place to put it.
Great, thank you so much. Congratulations, Pauline. Our second place team is Panda.
I can speak to this. Uh, I think what we really liked was there was this dimensionality of location involved in the solution where uh, you could attach a note or a thought to a particular location. And I think, um, again, from a mental aspect, you have a lot of memories based on location. It could be with your loved ones, with your friends, etc. And I think that's a good idea to tie those emotions to a location, because that's when when you're at a place, that's when you might think of a certain person or a certain memory you had, and you might even be more motivated to kind of share that or get it out of your system when you're in that place. And uh, I think their platform kind of helped in doing that. And I think that was really unique among all the submissions, and their designs were also pretty nice and clean, and the presentations were also uh, nice and detailed, explained all of the thing pretty well. So yeah, and
Great, thank you so much. Congratulations, Team Panda. And our first place winner for this track is Nuronji. Yay, congratulations. Is there a judge?
I can speak about this.
Perfect.
So for this one, we really appreciate the whole concept. Like, we can use AI to connect people with the similar worries or the post, and we really like the concept of equal. Like when you send out some signal to this universe and this community, like AI can kind of like match with you with people like to respond to your worries. So we believe this is so like a very innovative idea and also match with the mental health track the most. That's why we placed it on the first place. And on the visual design wide, the whole work, the UX flow is really clear, and the character design is also really appropriate. And we think it's a really well done considering in such short amount of time. So congrats.
Yes, great. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of our winners. Um,
Yeah. Congratulations to all our winners again. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you to all the judges for taking all this work to grade everyone's work. So what's next? Winners and special mentions will receive certificates this week, and all submissions will receive an email with feedback from judges within the next 3 weeks. It might be sooner, but right now this is the time frame we're putting at. And yeah, thank you guys so much for your submissions, and keep a lookout for those emails.
Hey, Ria, sorry, just one correction, right? Regarding the team that won a special mention in the enterprise group. It is team, our project name is Equiply. I think both teams share the same name, so it's not cars, it's the team Equiply that won the special mention, the second special mention. So congratulations to the team.
Our team name is Product by Design.
Sorry, product by design, project name Equiply.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry for that confusion. With multiple team names and so many submissions, it gets a little hard. But congratulations to you guys. You will receive a certificate for that special mention. Thank you, Amol, for correcting this.
Of course.
Okay, moving on with the rest of the closing ceremony. We would really, really appreciate if you could share your Protothon project on LinkedIn. This is a great way to tag us, get more engagement, and just show off all this hard work that you've put in these past 2 days. And also follow us on Instagram at dubstechUW. We'll post about more events like this, and yeah, we'd be so happy if you guys could all attend other events. And yeah, now we have a little bit of time for questions. So if you guys have any questions about what's next, anything about this process, feel free to ask. You can either unmute yourself, raise your hand and then unmute yourself, or post it in the chat. Yes, Sudansu?
Yeah, my question is the same as like what I put in chat. Can we post our winning on LinkedIn and Instagram and tag both?
100%. We really, really encourage you guys to post that you guys won. We will repost these posts. We really encourage you to do so. Yep.
Thank you.
Diraj?
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Firstly, thanks for arranging this event again. It was amazing. Connected with great people. Wish I could make the most of the other speaker sessions as well. But yeah, my question was, so you mentioned that the judges will give us feedback on our project if we are under the special mentions or winners category. Is there a possibility we could ask them further questions on the project that we submitted? I mean, since we came under special mention, so just the question like regarding feedback. So like
Yeah,
specific.
so everyone, even people who didn't win an award, will get feedback. And on the website, we do have the judges' LinkedIn's tag, so you could connect with them. And if you have any other questions, you could reach out. That is up to you. And if they will respond, we don't know, but it is always worth asking.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
hello. Yeah. Yes, I have something to say. So I just first things first, like I know it was my first time really doing all this, and I have to admit, like, I was very confused with, the constant deadlines. I know there was a lot going on. So again, I sincerely apologize if I couldn't, get the submission on time that I really proposed. But with that said, I wonder, will there be any future hackathons like these in the future?
Yes, so we have our Protothon every single year. This is the 13th year in a row that we've been doing it. So we'll definitely have it again next year. We also have a data science hackathon that normally happens in winter around February, which also happens every single year. So both of these will come back next year. It'll be our 14th time for the Protothon next year. I have not
Yeah,
been doing this for
yeah,
13 years. Replying to the chat question. I have not been doing this for 13 years. I've been doing this for around, I think, four years.
It's actually 13 iterations, seventh year or eighth year
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
13 iterations, seventh year. Yeah. We started in 2017. 13 iterations though. But yeah, we'll be back for our eighth year in our 14th iteration next year. Any other
Are there any
questions?
other questions?
Yes. Yeah, I just, again, like I think there was just a lot of confusion with when it came to just deadlines. I just wondered how, like, what do you think was like maybe the biggest challenge, throughout the whole entire prothon in your opinion?
I think one of the challenges for me was just that since we were having people from 60 plus countries, just like understanding all the different time zones and realizing that when we posted, it would be probably a different time for someone else. So we just learned about this new feature on Discord where you can enter in a timestamp and it will be like universal to everyone. So we will be using that now. But I think like some people submitted really early because they thought it was 1:30 p.m. for their time. So I think that was something that was a little challenging.
Okay. If there are no further questions, I think we can go ahead and wrap up, right, Ria?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for coming. We really, really appreciate it. We will be back next year. I hope you guys got at least a project that you can put on your portfolio. And yeah, congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
And thank you so much to all our judges once again who joined.
Thank you.
And we will share the list of the winning people in Discord. Thank you all.
Oh, I just have a question. I just want to ask. So I know I had the team Yoloto at first, but there was a lot of complications. Like, I wonder, was there anybody in my team that submitted? I know this is a personal question because I was very concerned of like whether or not like someone was not going to submit it because I put so much effort into this.
What was your team name again? How do you spell it?
So I'm gonna send this onto the chat. Like I know this was specifically veteran specific, because I know I had me, Seon, Han, Lin. I know it was a year like she kind of switched, but like there was just a lot of confusion in general. You know, there was a lot of miscommunication in general.
I don't see a submission from that name.
Yeah, that's
If
what
you
that's.
if you did submit something, the judges would have given feedback for it, so then you will receive like an email with feedback. If you don't receive it, that probably means that there was nothing submitted.
Okay, yeah. No, I think I was just trying to ask because I know that I was trying to work with a team. There, I think my only thing is I'm not trying to complain, but I think my only biggest complaint was that there was just so much all at once that like once you know, sent like my deadlines and all my expectations, like the unresponsiveness was really a big problem. And I had my ideas laid out, but the fact that there just wasn't really a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a clear direction. And because I was dealing with like a Slack channel, like close to like